Hello, my friends. Hello and happy Tuesday. Happy launch day. In case you didn't realize, today was the day that all of our brand new 120 different transfers came out. And they are available for your viewing pleasure on my website. So I'm going to get this pulled up really quick and shared over onto my VIP page in case somebody wants to hop over there. But I hope y'all are doing super fantastic. We're going to be working with one of these transfers on this one tonight. This actually made it to my top 10. It's called Faith. And super, super cute transfer. We have trust in the Lord and faith makes all things possible. So I'm actually going to do faith makes all things possible for this particular live tonight. And then we may do the opposite side. We'll see. We may do the opposite side on like tomorrow or something. But we are going to first start with taking our transfer out really quick. And I am just going to pop my website in the comments. Hey, Whitney, just in case you want to catch a look at any of the transfers that just came out today, we have 120. And I'm going to tell you, there are some amazing ones. I cannot wait to continue demoing them for you. But we're going to take our transfer out. But the very first thing that we need to do is prep our board. So this is our box frame. They're going to actually be back this week. You have real wood, double-sided box frame. So you have your light wood on one side, your dark wood on the other. So we're going to do our light wood, and I'm going to take our Chalk Couture wax, and we're going to buff on just a little bit of wax. So I'm going to take my Chalk Couture wax and take my little towel, and we are just going to buff on the wax. Just a little bit. You don't want a ton. But we're just going to take it and buff it on our board. We wax our surface for two reasons. One, to protect our transfer from over sticking to the board. But also to help our Chalkology paste adhere to our surface. So we're actually just buffing this on. And I'm going to let that dry while I'm cutting up my transfer and getting ready to use it. So we're going to take it out of its package. We'll put this wax over here to the front. And we're going to go ahead and cut across our cut mark. So our cut mark is there for us to use to cut our transfer. If, for whatever reason, you accidentally cut over here too much, it's okay, but you do want to try to cut on this cut mark. It is part of the silk screen, and they actually, if you left it together and chalked through it, it would actually chalk a line because it is silk screen right there. So we are going to take this one, and I'm going to do Faith Makes All Things Possible. I just love, love, love that sentiment. I love both of them, but I love this one. So we're going to work with this one, and I am going to do this a little bit differently. I wasn't originally going to do multiple colors on the flowers, but I really think I'm going to. So I am going to take our transfer off of the backer sheet, and I'm going to let it sit sticky side up here, and I'm going to take our fuzzing towel and fuzz. So all the fuzzing does is mellow out some of the stickiness. It is brand new, so you do want to fuzz a couple of times. And we've also waxed our surface, so we should be good. But we're going to just fuzz a couple of times. And because of the way the flowers are laid out, we should be able to use two different colors. So we'll be able to use a green for the actual leaves and stuff, and then we'll be able to use a real color for our flowers. So in order to accomplish that, I'm going to scoot it over just a little bit so you can see that part. In order to accomplish that, we are going to have to kind of tape off our areas that we don't want to chalk. So there's not many. but we don't want to chalk past here. We don't want to chalk past here. Let's get a little different piece for that. Not past there. We don't want to chalk past there. And then we don't want to chalk past here. So again, you don't have to do this. You can use one paste color if you want to. I just want my flowers to be flowers. And then where my green is, I want it to be green. So I'm just fixing this where I can chalk my flowers. And then after we get done with that, we'll be able to chalk just our green pieces. So I'm just lining this up. Again, you could use one paste color, but you can also make it very detailed and use two, which is what we're going to do. And that should be actually okay there. And we need one more for this little doodad here. Let me go down just a smidge. And then one more for this little bitty stem. So the flower is quite detailed, but I think it's super cute. Hopefully y'all are able to catch that okay. It looks like it. I'm going to use guava chalk paste. I'm going to have to give it a little bit of loving with some distilled water. But I think I'm going to use guava and a sage or eucalyptus. I'll have to look and see. One of those colors will be probably a sage though, because I don't want it to be a stark contrast of color. I want it to be kind of just light and super pretty. So we're just using our guava chalkology paste, stirring that up really quick. And then we're going to use a mini squeegee to accomplish our flowers. So we have everything covered that we don't want to chalk. And then once we get done with this, we'll be able to pull it up and dry it. And then we'll be able to go back and chalk where we want our leaves. There was a little bit of leaf there. So we're just going to squeegee on and squeegee off. Down here at the bottom, it's kind of hard to tell. It looks like a bud that's fixing to bud. But I'm just going to chalk it, since it's not a way open flower, we're just going to chalk it the green. So we're just squeegeeing on and squeegeeing off. And then we're going to go ahead and do a pull. Okay, transfer. Let's go ahead and do a pull. Look at those flowers. They are so gorgeous. I just love them. So I'm going to dry this super quick. And then we're going to go back and we'll do our sage green. Super cute transfer though. I really do love it. Hey Cynthia, hey Christy. Okay, so we're going to let that fall back where it may. And so I've already chalked all these little places. I'm going to remove this placement tape. Now what I will say about this right here, you could spend time chalking, or not chalking, but putting down placement tape. Or you could just be extra careful. Either way is appropriate. Neither one is a wrong thing to do. But I, for the sake of showing you this and not putting you through sitting through a whole bunch of placement tape, am going to chalk around that area very carefully and show you how you can accomplish that as well. So I'm going to get my mini squeegee. We're going to get a multi-tool. I am going to gather my sage paste. Hey, Lisa. And we're going to use our sage. And y'all, I swear, I cannot chalk without getting chalk paste all over me. It's like a kindergartner. Every single time I chalk. Okay, so we're going to know that we have all the way up through here with a whole bunch of easy peasy chalking, right? So all this part is easy. So I'm going to go ahead and take my sage and chalk to where I know that the ease is there, and we're going to lift it and dry it. The reason I'm going to do that is because I just want to show you that you don't have to be stressed out about working very quickly. You can take your paste, put it in the places that you can put it easily, then go back and fix what you can't or what you thought you couldn't because it was so close to the next piece. It is possible to do that, guys. So we're just squeegeeing on and squeegeeing off. Again, I'm doing all the big basic pieces, and then I'm going to go back and show you how we'll do the detail work. So again, we're going to take our transfer, and I'm like, I think my detail tool is in the other room. Seriously. It is like sticking. I need to grab a detail tool from behind me. I'll show you really quick what I mean though. Let's dry this. Look at those two colors together. So pretty. So gorgeous. I love the detail on this transfer because it's not too much. It's just enough. And it's just beautiful. It's simplistic. It's one of my top 10s in case you didn't see that video. I did make a top 10 video of my top 10 choices. This is on there. So I'm going to let that fall back down. And this is what I'm talking about where, you know, you're like have most everything chalked. You see how little we didn't chalk yet? It's going to be really easy to fix those areas. So all I'm doing is basically touching that area. I'm not going all the way over here. I'm touching that area. Let me grab a new detail tool. Lisa, I do too. This transfer is like, it speaks to me. Okay. So, in the little bitty parts, the little bitty sections, you can use a detail tool or you can use a multi-tool. The detail tool and the multi-tool are pretty much the same except for look at how small the detail tool is compared. It's like half the size of a multi-tool. About half the size. So we're going to take our little detail tool and I'm going to go around these little bitty places. Now, would I be able to do this with a mini squeegee? Not really. Not effectively. But remember that your Chalkology paste can dry, so you don't want to just sit here willy-nilly forever. You can go back with your multi-tool and drag some more of that chalk paste off if you got too much on there. And what we can do is take our transfer, lift it up on that one little bitty spot. There's a little bitty spot that needs some more. Let me see if that fixed it. Nope. That has dry paste. We're going to have to fix that one little bitty spot because it is not pushing through. That's interesting. We'll go back to that one in just a second. It's just not pushing Chalkology paste through that one little bitty tiny spot. So there's that one. We're going to keep working these little detail areas, small details. But you don't have to use placement tape if you use a small detail tool like this to complete that little area. So we have these one little bitty areas left, not much. And we do have to fix that one little bitty spot because that's going to drive me crazy. So I'm just using our detail tool again to squeegee on and squeegee off our sage. And if you're making comments, I'm not ignoring you. I am just super hovering over my project. There is that. So we have to fix this, and I don't know why this is not pushing through. I'll show you really quick. This little section right here, I mean tiny little section, I don't know what's up with that. Have no idea what's up with that, but we're going to fix it because I don't know why it's not pushing through chalk paste. So bizarre, but it was not. So we're going to kind of sort of dry it because you don't want to lay wet down. And we do need to dry what's here. The cool thing I love about this flower too is you can use it on whatever you want to. If you're a big flower person, and I'll be honest, y'all know that I'm not a flower person. I'm not a big flower person. But this is so simplistic and abstract that I love it. I didn't mind it as much because it was so abstract. So we're going to fix that one little bitty spot right there and make it whole. And that took care of that. Okay, so that is fixed. We're going to continue on as I have chalk paste all over me. And I'm going to use Couture Teal for this. Couture Teal and Guava, if you've not ever seen those two paired together, they're super gorgeous together. And it's just kind of a match made in heaven. And I just think that it will offer a big, huge pop for this little transfer. I'm meticulous. You know, Vicki, if you could see sometimes what I do, it's insane. It really, truly is. I think the most meticulous project I ever did was the Great Adventure. And if you ever missed that one, it was a big size D transfer that was multiple sections and multiple colors. I did it in one color and I did it in multiples, and that took several hours to do. But I absolutely, positively loved it. And it is one of my all-time favorites. So we're going to use Couture Teal for this and do our letters. So we're just going to take our chalk paste and squeegee on and squeegee off. I hope that this does not have a ton of air pockets, because I don't know if I made sure my transfer was pushed down. We're going to find out together. I don't think it is. But the cool thing is, oh, I don't think it is, guys. We'll see when we pull this up. The cool thing is if it's not, we did wax it, so we could remove it. It really does not feel like I did, but we'll see in about 5 seconds. Cross your fingers, because I don't know if I really did that or not. Lord have mercy. Oh, dare I look. Yay, 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 yay. Okay. Whew, that almost made me sweat. Okay. So we have the first one done. The cool thing I love, look at those two colors popping together. I mean, Guava and Couture Teal are just beautiful colors together, really stunning. But this whole match right here, it's just some really peaceful, calming colors. Sage and Guava and Couture Teal. But the thing I love, guys, more than anything is you can make this totally what you want it to be or not. If you want to make it one color, this would even be very gorgeous in just black. All black, no other color. But to put color with it just speaks volumes about how you can make this unique and use this several different places. Again, I'm not a big flower person, so if you come here thinking that you're going to see flowers all the time, I demo them, but I'm not a big, huge fan. But this one is so abstract looking, it doesn't remind me that it's a flower, if that makes any kind of sense. Love the font, love the testament here, and we will probably flip this over on the back side and do this other trust in the Lord. And look at that big flower there. I mean, that is just, it's stunning. It's beautiful. But this is a brand new transfer. All of our brand new transfers launched today, 120 of them. Again, if you haven't had a chance to go and look, feel free to go and look on the website and gaze around and look and see what speaks to you, because I did make my top 10. This was in my top 10. More of the testament of faith, and just knowing that I trust in God. I trust in Him wholeheartedly, and I know that with faith, it can make everything possible. So I hope y'all have an amazing Tuesday. Happy February, my friends. We're going to have lots and lots of stuff going on. And if you are not in my mystery hostess party and you want to be, and you're a VIP and not a top couture designer or working with one, because I don't go around stealing people, feel free to comment party, whether you're catching this live or on a replay, and I would love to have you. We are having so much fun. 7 days of giveaways up until the party that officially starts this coming Saturday. So y'all have an amazing rest of your evening. I look forward to talking with you soon. Tomorrow, as a matter of fact, and I will see you then. Thanks for watching, guys. Have a good one.